Sincere failure, failing to appear. Rather than tangible products you can see and touch, sincere failure, failing to appear, aims to examine capitalism today, trading materially invisible capital, how contemporary art represents such a reality, and the contemporary realism movement that has emerged from this. Historically, visual art was one of the means by which to record reality. This required that an objective and concrete reality existed that it was possible to visualize. As can be seen in contemporary financial capitalism, which accelerated with the emergence of new forms of capital beyond stocks and bonds used to commoditize the unknown future, such as futures, options, private equity, and hedge funds. The unique commodity of currency no longer requires production and consumption. Instead, it constantly creates value that is, in fact, non-existent and which appears and disappears in an instant. This financial market is an abstract world, devoid of any real substance, visualized in digitized and coded images, the complex graphs, diagrams, charts, and formulas produced by monetary capital, all in seemingly perfectly balanced order. In this bizarre situation, the abstract of capitalism today can no longer be referred to as abstract, in the sense of being apart or separate from reality. Financial capital distorts reality by abstracting everything that exists to generate profit, yet never revealing itself. Finance capitalism now has a profound impact on our lives, yet we lack any real visual image of capital that we can recognize or experience. If one takes another look at our current reality, one must inevitably acknowledge the logical contradiction of the abstract emerging as reality. Thus, today's practice of art, which strives to recreate the world through images, is faced with a so-called double paradox, in that it attempts to represent the unrepresentable. Can visual art media still depict the real world today when the conditions of reality have changed so completely? As this question suggests, the problem arises that it is impossible to represent abstract capitalism in a directly perceivable form. Today, contemporary art is being asked to attempt a new critical representation of a capitalism that is engulfed in abstraction. Jackson Hong and Zachary Formwalt, the two artists participating in this show, attempt to recreate capital as a realistic abstract based on their critical analysis of capital and its paradoxical images. Interestingly, both artists clearly fail in directly representing the circular movements of capital as objective abstract. However, just as abstract capitalism from the world of commodities markets to the world of currency capital hides itself from direct view, the artists have discerned that the limitations of the visual image itself, which can never truly represent abstract capitalism, create a unique structure which allows an abstract of actual reality to be revealed. In other words, the methods of the two artists are closely linked to the process whereby the movement of capital, which is the general condition of today's capitalist society, fails to appear in reality. The moment an image fails to represent abstract capitalism, it becomes an image of capital itself, while revealing the abstract more clearly as visible, non-visible, and material, non-material essential attributes of capital today. In this context, the failure, the impossibility of representing capital through images, is reversed to become sincere failure in contemporary art by being at least on the same page as the image of abstracted capital. This abstract realism is a reality of the world of capitalism eroded by the abstract, which contemporary realism attempts to depict.